Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. And off we go here at Arrowhead. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
On second down, Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, KC.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On third down, Mahomes. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50s. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was brought down by Eric Stokes. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the Raiders' 11-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's third down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. First down throw there is incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. To the air once more. It's Mahomes. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? Now, Mahomes. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco.
Mahomes pass. Complete.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest game.
On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. His kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Harrison Butker
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Gentile. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down, Vegas.
And a Raider 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Finding his tight end, man. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They'll throw out of the gun. Open man. That's Dante Fulton. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Trying to pitch one forward. That was an option there, but it does fall incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down?
And the defense there to meet up. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. Have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
15 yards.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
There's a reason certain guys might just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
He's taken down just shy of the 10. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And third down coming up.
You could just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying.
And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Pick it up. What a waste of time.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 3-all is the score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this.
Please, we need it. Get that in his sleep.
On fourth down, Harrison Butker on for the Kansas City field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Laube now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Now Genty. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short bomb punt. I do love 3rd and short. Okay, you fail. I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Open man downfield. It's Rice. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another
And it's
Kansas
a gain
City
of
Chiefs
20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
43-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
They'll try it now with Pacheco. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
And a great job here by the defense, being strong up inside, forcing the ball carrier to have to bounce this out towards the sideline, and he can't get the corner, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
Raider, 1st down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
It's a first carry for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
On the stop. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Here's second and 3 to go. On the ground, it's Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll come up to third and 3. In motion, that's Thornton. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up.
Offside. Defense.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Second down, they need 7. Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
The backfield empty here for third and 2. To throw is Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
throwing again. It's Mahomes. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll lead to a second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That is brought in, and he will get into the end zone. Xavier Worthy, touchdown, Kansas City. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Raiders 10. Harrison Butker.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Begin with a zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll drop the throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
In motion, that's Thornton. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. It was Jalen Watson who got the arm in there to break that one up.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Remigio. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick.
a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Here's second and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
48-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Play action here. Mahomes. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Mahomes now to throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And in motion is Brown. Mahomes going to throw here on third down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
On fourth down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Back deep for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50.
Over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Left out to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway.
Harrison
3 points,
Walker,
all
kickoff
that
for
separates
Kansas
these
City.
two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Lobby now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. Lockett headed in motion. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
At the 31, a 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Second down, they need 3. Run right up the gut for Genti. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Raider first down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Raiders.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Michael Mayer, the tight end, was targeted with that one. It's 2nd down.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
On 2nd down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 14-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 37 yards.
And the Raider first down.
And this is why you tailor your offense around a guy like this. I mean, every once in a while, mix in some design runs. He's got such game-changing ability with the ball in his hands, and here, he rips off a big one.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Genti. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Back to throw. Forced out wide.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get this down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal as they convert on 3rd down.
First down, Las Vegas.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
Genti.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
I think everyone in the stadium is expecting a run there. So what do? On these early downs? You call play action. I love it. You're hoping to catch them off guard and selling out on the run here down near the goal line, but the defense was ready for it. Nowhere to go with the ball. Really nice job there by the defense, staying disciplined in their coverage. That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Remigio now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start out first down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Open man downfield is Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down.
At the 32-yard line.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
On first down, it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 23, here's second down and a yard. A handoff to Pacheco. And he's going to pick up the first down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's into the end zone. Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will go up by 7.
Chiefs 20, Raiders 13.
Now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Laube now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Lockett headed in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Going for it all. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
Going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's a toss to Pacheco. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2.
Porter on the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to sneak it here. He'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a first down. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. 4th quarter begins on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll be near the first down marker Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll go with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
First down throw. Mahomes. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackle. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Raiders offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Lockett on the slant. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 32 yards.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Raiders.
And this is just where you see some of the speed of these wide receivers, Mike, really make their presence felt. And then when you have a quarterback that has the arm strength and the accuracy to get him the ball downfield, that's a deadly combination and one that's going to really open up other things as the rest of this game unfolds.
Pass caught right side by Thornton. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. This one quickly out to Lockett. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 21
2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the
And this is a tricky
19-yard
part
line.
of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you?
And he's in. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Vegas. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
so they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with first down. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes. In middle, he's got Kelsey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The offense is able to land a big blow there, and I think what happened defensively, Mike, is just everyone was not on the same page. And when you do that at this level, the good offenses, they're going to make you pay for it. They've got to clean up those mistakes, make the offense have to earn everything they get.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Mahomes back. Short throw caught by the tight end Gray. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
That's good for a
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups. He continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Back-to-back gains of 10 yards. And back-to-back first downs.
First and goal at the 9-yard
That's a
line.
heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. A massive play here. Late, tie game, 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Butker now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will go up by 7.
Chiefs 27, Raiders 20.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Lobby now to return it. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Raiders offense ready to get back to work. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open down the field is Mayer, the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
48-yard line.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Middle, he's got Tucker. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 43-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll run it.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
The crowd at Arrowhead roaring. Here's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. He took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. So wind up a turnover on down.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
Only 1 timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.